Hello everybody, Tuesday, June the 23rd, Captain Marty here, live and in person, for whatever that's worth, in Hatteras Village at the 67th annual Hatteras Marlin Club Billfish release tournament. And we'll have a few results from day one and let you have a brief look at the standings at the end of today's report, so don't go away. But we'll start out with all the other kinds of fishing, and I'll be back to do that in just a moment.
Looking for the perfect Hatteras Island getaway? Stay at the Hatteras Island Inn in Buxton, where you're just minutes from the iconic Cape Hatteras Lighthouse and only a short walk from the beach. Relax by the seasonal outdoor pool, take in stunning lighthouse and island views from the observation tower, and enjoy comfortable accommodations year-round. Whether you're planning a summer beach vacation, a fishing trip, or a quiet off-season escape, Hatteras Island Inn puts you close to everything that makes the Outer Banks unforgettable. Book your stay at visitobx.com and experience the beauty of Hatteras Island today.
Hey y'all, Captain Marty here to tell you that when my friends are in the market for a new boat engine or repair, I send them to the best, and that's at Ratcliffe Marine in Belhaven. Ratcliffe Marine is your official Suzuki outboard dealer. Suzuki motors are designed to get you on the water fast and get you back to the dock whenever you're ready. Ratcliffe Marine is also the largest repower center in North Carolina. So when you're in the market for a new motor or you need your Suzuki serviced, go to Ratcliffe Marine, 865 Highway 264 in Belhaven. So fishing remained scrappy just like it was yesterday and the day before. It's just one of those things where we have a lot of south wind, southwest wind. The grass was pretty scattered. The Hatteras offshore charter fleet went looking for dolphin or mahi, and they caught a very few blackfin tuna. I saw at least one wahoo that was caught. I know that there's a couple of blue marlin caught both in the tournament and outside of the tournament. A couple of sailfish caught the same way. And their inshore fleet scrapped out a little bit of amberjack fishing and blues. Now, amberjack are one of the, I think, I would argue them to be one of the very strongest fish you can catch. If your deal is pulling on a bent rod, and being totally amazed at the strength, the old reef donkey is your guy. That's what they call them. But they did have amberjack and bluefish. Oregon Inlet, everybody put their time in continuing a mediocre tuna bite for yellowfin tunas. And then just like it has been almost every day, there were some that were luckier than others. And there really didn't seem like there was enough to go all the way around where everybody was happy. So it was a little bit of a pick. They had a few yellowfin tuna and a few big. There's been a few big eyes caught each day. Those are larger than the yellowfin tunas. And the way that goes is the bluefins that we were catching all winter long are the biggest. They get up to 1,000 pounds, really. And then comes the big-eyed tunas, which is the ones that I was telling you a couple were caught yesterday. And they'll average 150 to 250 pounds. Then there's the yellowfin tunas, which is the meat and potatoes of the tuna industry, and in my mind, the best eaten ones. That's my opinion. They average 30 to 100 pounds with a 45 to 60 pound average right now. Then there's blackfin tunas, and they're the smallest ones. And some people would tell you that they are the best eating of the tunas. But they average anywhere from 15 to 25 or 30 pounds most of the time. Inshore around Oregon Inlet, they've been catching bluefish. They've been catching Spanish mackerel, and they've been doing a little bit of bottom fishing for triggerfish and sea bass. And that's about really all I have to report there. I'm wondering where the ribbonfish are that we were catching so many of last year. I haven't really heard much about the old ribbonfish industry, but we'll see. In the surf, it's scrappy, but there were some bright points in the report from yesterday. Let's see what we have here. In the surf, down around the point, Red Drum Tackle reporting bluefish and Spanish mackerel. Red Drum, of course, our sponsor, been with me for a long time. They also mentioned there's some pompano, a few croakers, and that's a good thing. What I'm not hearing a whole lot about is puppet drum, but I am hearing about a decent bite on sea mullet. Now, the drum are there all the time, and there's a few drum caught every day. But Ramp 38 had a good bite on the sea mullet yesterday, so that's noteworthy. Those are the kid pleasers, and they're actually the mom and dad pleasers too. That's a great eating fish that's easy to catch, easy to fix, and widely considered to be the best of the best in the surf, depending on who you ask. Other things that people will argue with you about that in the surf, they'll tell you that a pompano is the best eating fish, and there was a few of those caught yesterday too. There have been a couple of them in the 3-pound range. That's really, really big. Don't have much to report on the piers. The Blues and Spanish on Jeanette's Pier, that's been a morning bite for them. Their water temperature is 67 degrees, and that just goes to show you, you say, wait a minute, the air temperature's going up, up, up. The wind's out of the south, it's hot as you know what. Why is the water temperature in the surf going down, 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 like it would be doing from Cape Point all the way up to the Virginia state line? And it's because that southwest wind pushes the surface water off, and that cool spring water, not from a spring down in the earth, but spring from the season, the earlier cooler water upwells to the surface. So you're on the beach, you're about to roast if you're on the northern beaches, and you go crashing into the ocean, and you become a popsicle in just moments. Anyway, bluefish, sea mullet, and croakers all up and down the beach, but it is not great fishing. It's a pick, but I'll tell you what, if you have good fresh bait, and you got the right rig, and you're willing to get it out and fish early in the morning or late in the evening, whether you're on the pier or on the surf, you're going to catch dinner, at least. So I recommend going with the natural bait, not the metal lures like they use for the Spanish mackerel, but go with, some fresh shrimp. Sand fleas are really good, and some of the synthetic bait is good too, like the fish bites, something like that. Anyway, that's about it for all that. We'll take a little break, and when I come back, we'll talk about the backcountry, and we'll also talk about the 67th annual Hatteras Marlin Club tournament.
Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village is the closest spot on the Outer Banks to the Gulf Stream. Just inside Hatteras Inlet, Teachers Lair is fully loaded with bait, tackle, ice, snacks, and drinks for your fun-filled day out on the water. Want to get rigged up to catch the big one? Lee and the gang in the tackle shop can outfit you to catch whatever is eager to get hooked. To see the marina, the tackle shop, or to book a charter, go online to teacheslair.com. Teachers Lair Marina in Hatteras Village. Your fishing venture awaits.
I like to tell it like it is, but I'm hearing from people in Hatteras and up the guys in Oregon Inlet that are getting out in the Sound that these are both recreational, but really good, skilled recreational people that mostly are locals and know where to go back in the Sound and our back or any of our sounds. And it's slow going. It's a pick right now. Some people have said it's as bad as they've seen in a while. That's not really because of anything going on. It's just the fish have not really moved into the Sound like they should by this time of year. And we have had 2 years in a row of a hard freeze in the Sound, a cold stud events, a lot of ice and things like that. And so things are a little bit out of the ordinary, but we'll wait. And I would almost bet you as we roll in July, you're going to see that fishing pick up. It was good last year. It'll be good this year. Be patient, put in your time. And like I said in the surf fishing report, you got to get up. You got to get out of bed and go fishing early in the morning. And you can sleep later on. And by the way, let's flip back to the surf again. You're on vacation, the wife and kids maybe don't want to get out of bed an hour before daylight. Well, let them sleep in. And you can go, and if you're the wife and want to get out there early, let the husband watch the kids. But get out on the beach or get out on the Sound, if that's what you're going to do in the backcountry, and be fishing at daylight. By the way, one more thing we haven't talked about in the backcountry, there's a really good sign of tarpon. Yes, and I did say tarpon on the showing up on the western Pamlico. I have confirmed reports of some 80-pounders over on the western Sound and down around the mouth of the Neuse River, so that's really encouraging. Now let's get on to the tournament. Day one is in the books. They'll fish 3 out of 5 days. That'll be yesterday through this coming Friday. You pick the days you want to go, and today is really windy. I don't I don't know that we're going to see much of a fleet today in Hatteras. But yesterday, the Simple Man, the boat called the Simple Man, which is a Paul Mann built boat, had 4 fish, and he had 2 blue marlin and 2 sailfish for 1,120 points. Now that was not really, the way it went across the fleet, because most everybody would have called it slow fishing, but good going for them. That's a commanding lead after one day of fishing. The Outlaw was in second place with 840 points. He had 2 blue marlin, and the Goombay was in third place with a single blue marlin on time. There were several people that had single blue marlins with 420 points. So it's the Simple Man, the Outlaw, and the Goombay. And if you want more of those standings, you can just Google Hatteras Marlin Club Tournament, and you can see all of make sure you click on the tournament page of that website, and you can get all of the results that you're going to need. And that would be www.hmcbillfish.com. All right, well, I hope you have a great day. I'm having fun in Hatteras. Good to see all my old friends. Just life moves at a little slower pace down here, and I love it. Have a great day, and let the good Lord bless you.